Hey, hello.
Hi there.
Hi. Welcome to the Ground Pass podcast. And for our audience that might not recognize you, you're crazy.
It's okay.
Who are you? What's happening?
My name is Rajeev Ram. I'm here at the Champaign Challenger just as a spectator, fan, if you will. I went to school here a long, long time ago. I play tennis here. Been a pro for 20 years now, which is crazy to think. But love the game, love what I do, and really lucky to do it.
Okay, cool. I know you just, skipped over the Grand Slam winner.
Yeah.
Went to the Olympics.
Yeah.
But,
Been lucky enough to do some cool things for sure. So three U.S. Open wins, one Australian Open win. So 4 majors in men's doubles, 2 in mixed doubles, and then 2 Olympic medals, 2 silver medals. And number 1 in the world in men's doubles at one point. So
Hey, just claim it. That's what I always say. So like you said, we're in Champaign, Illinois, and we're at a Challenger event.
Yes.
For those who only watched the movie, how would you describe what a Challenger is?
So I would say it's the level just below the top level of professional tennis. It's sort of like the feeder system that we have. Players that you see here are either working their way up or potentially have been at the top level and maybe have dropped a little for various reasons, injury problems, whatnot, and are trying to make their way back again. So honestly, it's some of the coolest tennis I think you can watch because you get to see players that are very, very good up close and personal, and you get to see kind of them compete. And you never know where you might see them tomorrow. You might see them in the semis or finals of a Grand Slam, and that's genuinely happened before.
Yeah, I was looking at, there's a plaque of all the winners who'd played here and won here, and you have Ben Shelton, who won here, JJ Wolf, and it's so crazy that you could have seen him here 2 years ago, so up close, and then he's playing Arthur Ashe and you're in the nosebleeds.
And you're lucky, you feel lucky to see him in that situation. This tournament specifically, Kevin Anderson was another one who he went to school here, and a few years after winning this tournament, he was playing the finals of the U.S. Open. A few years after that, the finals of Wimbledon. So the list goes on and on for stuff like that. So I think for somebody that's interested in the game, these tournaments are scattered all over the United States, and they're the ones to look for because they may be in your backyard.
Yeah. So that's for the audience. What about the players? Like, what does this level do for them, help them to play regularly and to have these tournaments around close to them?
Yeah, I mean, this is it, right? This is the level of professional tennis that you sort of need to surpass, if you will, or kind of graduate from to become a full-time regular tour player. Does that mean that you'll never dip back? Absolutely not. You're going to see players that are that level for a long time have to dip back and play these events. No, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing, there's no problem. But this is sort of that level that you just have to play and improve and get through if you want to be a full-time tour level professional player.
Yeah. So I mean, specifically you now, are you you're just visiting? I mean, you're an alumni, so you're just here.
Yeah, I haven't been here in quite a long time. There's a player who's about to start playing down there, Nishesh Basavareddy. He's one of the brightest young American stars coming up. One of these players who I'm pretty confident you'll see at the biggest events more sooner than later. We were actually from the same town. We have the same coach, and I've known him since he was 8 years old, and sort of always try to just be there for him in a mentoring way as best as I could. So, this tournament was a couple hours from where we live, and so I thought I'd come over and actually watch him play. I haven't seen him play live in quite some time, so yeah.
Wow, so this is really a breeding ground for almost local talent as
well.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think, for the casual tennis fan, for example, Italy is a great example. The country of Italy, in the past couple of years, they've seen a huge influx of top-level tennis players, but part of the reason, or maybe the biggest reason of that, is they have these level of tournaments almost every week in their country. So they invested in that so their local players could compete against this level of competition and improve, and it's 100% worked.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, there are a few challengers in the States, and what do you think we could do? Because like you, I feel like every time I look through the top 100, there's another Italian. And I'm like, there's another one. They definitely have such a great system there. And I've talked to a few of the players here who are far away from home and travel long distances to just play these tournaments. What could we do better to almost help the local talent here?
I mean, honestly, the first thing is have more of these. I think we probably at some point had a lot more of this level tournament. I understand and I'm very appreciative of the business side of tennis, and I get it. And these tournaments are not ways for people to make money. It's just not the way that it goes. But if it's something that you're interested in terms of the growth of the game and be doing your part, if you're not a player or a coach or whatever, but if you're interested in the growth of American tennis specifically, and you can potentially have the means, whether it's on your own or through fundraising, to run one of these tournaments in your local community, it's a huge help for the American players because they don't have to travel very far, and they get the same level of competition to continue, hopefully, to rise up the rankings.
Awesome. And it seems like it would also help to grow the popularity of tennis in the States.
Absolutely.
Where it's, I think it's getting more popular, but if you could hop, skip, and a jump and you were at a little challenge tournament and you could watch high-level athletes play, it would almost introduce new people to the sport.
100%. I actually ran one of these tournaments. I have a foundation back home in Indianapolis, and we ran one of these challenger events in 2022. Just something we want to do regularly. We didn't really know all that went into it, so we were kind of doing 1 year to see where we can, if it's possible for us, and how we can do it in the future, which we do have plans to do that. But in that tournament, it was similar to what you're saying. We had Chris Eubanks, we had Ben Shelton, both of them played. The next Wimbledon, Chris Eubanks made the quarters. The next U.S. Open, or the next Australian Open, Ben Shelton made the semis, I believe.
Yeah.
So, what it did was all of these people who came to watch were like, I know that guy, and I see that guy on TV now. And 2 months ago, he was playing right in front of my nose, And it was really a huge inspiration to the community for that. And so I think that's what can happen in any community.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you
so
much for coming on the podcast. This was really great.
My pleasure.
And good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.